Yeah.
Yes.
Hi everyone, Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor live on Bowdabra. I apologize for being 30 seconds late. We're usually right on the dot, but better late than never. So tonight we're going to be using both of our Bowdabras. We have the mini Bowdabra as well as a large Bowdabra, and we are going to carry the theme of using our silver wire. So all of the supplies from the ribbons to the Bowdabras to the wires can be found at nicksseasonaldecor.com. And behind the camera tonight is my wonderful sister Alex. So as you come in, be sure to say hi to Alex and thank her for recording tonight.
Hello, everyone. So happy to be back here with you all. And I can't believe March is almost over. We have Easter coming up.
I know, it's pretty crazy. So let me just quickly share that we are live. There we go. So first things first, what we're going to do is take a length of our Bowdabra wire. We carry this in both silver and gold, and we're going to use the silver, and we're going to cut approximately, let's see, about 24 inches. So about 12 inches, give or take, on either side. And then after that, this is the part that I think confuses a lot of people. So when you receive your Bowdabra from us, it's going to come with a Bowdabra wand. You're going to remove that wand, take your wire, and just fold it in half. See how we just took a long piece of wire and then fold it in half? All you're going to do is take that wire and place it right in the slit, right in the middle like that. So we're going to take our wire and place it inside. And then we're just going to tuck it right underneath. So I like to use my Bowdabra a little bit differently than a lot of people do, in that I rotate it. So instead of moving my hand, or instead of moving my hands, or instead of moving moving my hands, I move my Bowdabra, and it just makes it a little bit easier. So my biggest tip is to give it a try, see if that works better for you. And I see Marianne is here, Max is here. Yes, if you're catching the replay, do me a huge favor too. I know we have a lot of ghost watchers, which means you might watch our videos a whole lot, but might not comment a whole lot. So every now and then, drop us a comment letting us know that you're enjoying our videos. And yeah, another thing tonight is Bowdabra is going to be giving away a free roll of scrunchy ribbon. So all you have to do is just let us know down below where you're from, drop a comment. Any way you would like to contribute down below, you could be entered to win a free roll of ribbon at the end of this video. So as you just saw there, I cut a length of this pretty spring ribbon. So I think this would work great for Easter. I know Easter is about, what, a week away?
Yeah.
But we're Greek Orthodox, so our Easter is actually May 5th this year. So there's millions of people out there that are celebrating Easter a whole month and a half later. But I think this ribbon would work for all spring long. What do you think, Alex?
Oh, definitely.
So we don't have any Easter eggs on it or Easter bunnies or any fancy sayings. It's just a beautiful array of pastel colors. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm taking a piece of ribbon. If you have these pre-cut, you can have them pre-cut. Any scrap ribbons will do too. All we're going to do is just pinch about 3 inches down, and that way we create what we call a little awareness ribbon. So we have one loop and two tails, and all we're going to do is take that piece of ribbon and place it right into the Bowdabra. The wire is already placed in, and I like to place them in opposite directions. So we've already placed one piece, so here's one loop, and then we came back in with the next loop on the opposing side. It just makes it a little bit easier when it comes time to fluff, and we're using 1.5-inch ribbon on the mini Bowdabra. So you're able to create, I want to say, a full-size bow using the mini Bowdabra. Of course, if you're trying to create really big bows, then the large Bowdabra will be a better fit, but I was really pleasantly surprised with how big of a bow we can create using this. And the first time I ever used it was when, Alex?
Uh, what, a month ago?
A month ago,
Yeah.
and it was during a live. I did no practice run. You guys saw me open it right out of the box, and if I can do it, you can do it. The principles are the same between both tools. So that's 3 loops. Let's come back in with 1 or 2 more. Hey, Lois, thank you all so much for sharing. I appreciate it. We're going to cut another piece. Let's do 5 loops. 5 loops will create a decently full bow, but with this being pastel and spring, I like to make my bows a little bit lighter and airier and not work in as many loops as we would for fall and Christmas, or fall and winter, I should say. Okay, final piece. So I already probably created 2 or 3 beautiful bows using this spool of ribbon, and here we are creating another beautiful bow. So one 10-yard spool can really last a long time, and it doesn't take a whole lot to create a beautiful bow like this. So now that we have all of our pieces in, I'll just trim this tail up a little bit. Now that they're all in, we're going to take our wires from either side. As I showed you before, I tuck them underneath because I like to rotate my Bowdabra. And since we folded the wire in half, you're going to have a cut end and then you're going to have a loop. So the loop is on the right-hand side or your left. The cut end is on my left, your right. Doesn't make a difference. It can be the opposite direction. Really is not going to matter. All we're going to do is take those 2 cut pieces, pull them through the loop, and tighten it. Now what we can do is take those wires simultaneously, that's the word that always gets me, flip it over and tighten at the same time and tie it from behind. So I like to give it 3 knots to ensure that it's not going anywhere. And I see we're already at almost 100 live viewers. Let's see if we can hit 100. Snip off that wire, and here we have an okay bow. It looks pretty good
Yeah.
without fluffing it or dovetailing it, but watch how this bow can transform. So if you are new, this is something that we do a whole lot, and it's dovetailing. So let me know down below if you guys have ever seen dovetails or have heard me talk about them or have done them within your own bows. But you're going to take your tail, fold it in half, and cut from the middle out towards the wired edge at an angle. And look at how much better that tail looks than that tail. So always make sure you go the extra mile. We teach many people, whether it's business owners, hobbyists, and just going that extra mile really beautifies your design. So just spend a little bit of time. I know it can be time consuming. In this bow, it's going to be pretty easy since we only have 4 or 5 loops. Okay, a couple more left. Hey, Pat, nice to see you. See a lot of Wreath community members. I'll be seeing you guys in a few short minutes too. Dovetail. So another thing too is if you're looking for added inspiration, you can join both the Bowdabra fan gallery as well as the Nick seasonal decor crafting community. Both groups are great resources for added inspiration. So if you're just looking to feel creative and see what other people have been up to, be inspired, definitely join both of those groups. There's tons of beautiful designs, and Alex,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Lots to see.
lots. So let's just fluff this open. And look at how much better that looks. What do you guys think of that? 107 of you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You love a good dovetail. That's right, Melissa. So show some hearts if you guys think that turned out pretty. And the more you spend on it, fluffing it and arranging it, the better your bow will look. And I think that looks pretty darn good. You can place this on top of an Easter basket right in the front. You can place this going up your stairs. You can place this on your table. I mean, you don't even need a special spot for it. You can just stick it on your table like that and work in a couple Easter eggs if you wanted. Or, like I said, it would work great for all spring long. So there is our first bow. Now, let's work with our mini Bowdabra again. So I believe these are $11.99 on our website. Not a bad price. We're going to just take that wire now, place it in, and tuck it underneath. The only reason we tuck it underneath is because it's annoying if it's not, right? It can get clogged or stuck on your hand or stuck on the ribbon. And that way, when we're rotating it, it's not being a nuisance. So now let's work with some Patriotic ribbon. We have been creating a lot of Patriotic designs lately. And it seems like a lot of designers have started early this year too. So let's do, I think this might be pretty as like a star. Let's turn this into a star. So it's star ribbon. Let's turn it into a star bow. So we're going to create pieces. I mean, they can be all different lengths. They don't have to be perfect. This is about 10 inches or so.
I love the fuzzy edge on this one.
I do too. So this is all different names, right? Chenille edge, pipe cleaner edge, snowdrift edge, fuzzy edge, as Alex called it. And all we're doing is cutting it a bunch of just random lengths. It doesn't have to be perfect. Hey, Kelly. So I cut some bigger ones. Let's cut a few smaller ones now. And again, leftover ribbon. So the only thing about this ribbon is that the fuzzies get everywhere when you snip it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that ribbon. You can pre-dovetail it if it's easier for you. You can just take your tails and dovetail them ahead of time. Let's do that. I don't think we've ever pre-dovetailed a bow before, or at least in a long time. I can't think of the last time we've done this. But depending on how you design, it might be easier to do this ahead of time. And that way you can blow all of the fuzzy bits right off the table. So I'm just taking our tails, folding them in half, and cutting from the middle out towards the wired edge at an angle. There we go. Hey, Shirley, nice to see you. Yes, for those of you commenting right now, you're automatically entered to win a free roll of ribbon at the end of tonight's live. So we will not be live for the next couple of weeks here on Bowdabra. We will take over the last 2 Mondays of April. But Sandy will be live next Monday at the same time. So 7 Eastern. All right, one tail left. One tail left. I see 115 of you guys. Welcome, everyone. Mason is here. All right, let's clean this up before I show you guys how to make a pretty bow. And you know how I clean this up? Blow it all towards Alex.
Yep, he does.
So I've already worked in our wire. All we're going to do now is just take these pieces. I'm going to start with the longest ones that we've cut first and just stick them right in. I'm not worried about them being perfectly even. If that concerns you, you can always just take your tail, fold it in half, and then that will be kind of the perfect midway point. But that's not a concern of mine. If they're a little bit off, I think it actually adds to the beauty. So that's 4 pieces of ribbon. Here's 5. Here's 6. And here is 7. Like that. And this is fuzzy edge ribbon too, which makes it a little bit bulkier. And we were still able to fill all of that in to the Bowdabra. There we go. Let me tilt this towards you. Let's tie this off. So to tie it off, we're going to just take that, flip it over, and tie it from behind.
Hey, Shauna. Hey, Amy. We have Mindy watching from Ohio. Hey, Mindy.
Hey, Mindy. Cut off that excess wire. And now we can fluff it. Watch how pretty this bow turns out, you guys.
Debbie really likes this ribbon. Me too. Isn't it so pretty?
Isn't it pretty?
The red really pops on it too.
Fluff it open. Look at how pretty this is turning out. Look at that. It's like a little star.
Amy says, where can we get that ribbon? We have all of these ribbons on our shop at nickseasonaldecor.com.
I love the way that turned out.
Barbara says, perfect for the 4th.
Right? So any patriotic holiday. So that could be, I think that would be a perfect hair bow. Again, I'm not a hair bow expert, so give me grace, but I think that's kind of a proportionate one. That's not too big.
I'll have to try it on for you.
Okay. Try it on,
Maybe I'll
on
be
you, not on me. So I see 150 of you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We have some more beautiful bows we're going to create now, and we're going to switch gears and work with our Bowdabras, our large Bowdabra, I should say. We've been using the mini Bowdabra. So what we're going to do is cut a length of wire again, and let's create a teal bow. Or let me ask you guys actually. Do you guys want to see another 4th of July style bow, or do you guys want to see a teal bow? So here, another length of wire, just fold it in half and place it right into the middle of the Bowdabra and tuck those wires underneath.
Mandy says, I've not seen a bow maker like that one. It's very good.
Yes, this is the Bowdabra. So here's the patriotic one, and here is the teal one. Teal has been very popular the last few years. So for those of you watching right now, do me a favor, take 1 second and either say patriotic or USA or teal, T-E-A-L, and we'll kind of get a vote.
Rita says teal.
Let's see. What is everybody saying? Susie says teal. Let's do teal then. All right, should we do a traditional style bow?
Yeah, we haven't done one yet.
Yeah, we haven't done one yet. So we're going to start with our length of tails. We've already worked our wire in. So here is just a long tail. We're going to take that tail and place it right into the Bowdabra. Right into the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect on either side. Clean all those little fuzzies off the table.
I'm going to be covered in them.
Alex, you are covered in them. Everybody give a thumbs up for Alex, because right now she's looking very patriotic with all of the little red fuzzies from that ribbon. So to create your traditional bow, look what I'm doing here. Very, very important. Don't be stingy with the ribbon and come right to the middle of it. Always make sure you're leaving about ½ an inch or so of an overhang. This prevents it from slipping out, or from when you fluffing it, pulling a little too tight. So always leave a little bit of leg room with that ribbon to keep it from flying out. Now what we can do is start making our loops. So to make our loops, we're going to take our ribbon, pinch in the middle, and reverse it. See what I'm doing there? It's not as easy to see on a ribbon like this, where the print is the same on either side. But if this was the star ribbon, you would definitely be able to see the difference. So we're going to just repeat that process over and over again. And like I said before, I use my Bowdabra differently. I like to rotate my Bowdabra instead of my hands. I find it easiest to do so, but whatever works best for you. And as you can see, I constantly just rotate it in different directions. Doesn't make a huge difference.
Jane said she'd like to see some dog bows for collars, please. She's from London, UK. That's a great idea.
Welcome from the UK. Me and Alex have been to London for a whole 45 minutes, and I'm going to count it. Yeah, we can definitely create some dog bows if you guys want to see. I think we have a bunch of dog ribbon in at the moment, too. You know what's really popular, too? Cow print. How many of you guys have been seeing like the Highland cows or just cow stuff in general? It's everywhere. So I'm going to work in a decent amount of loops, and I do want to point out that they're all different lengths. Can you see on the side right here how different those lengths are? It's not going to make a huge difference. It's just going to add to the beauty of our bow. So that's 5 on either side. Let's finish it off with one more on this side. And let's just do one more on this side. Might as well.
Hi, Robin. Ooh, Susie's from the UK too. Welcome.
Yeah, let us know where you guys are watching from. You could win a free roll of scrunchy ribbon tonight.
Yes, who doesn't love free ribbon?
Yes, so we're going to take our wire now. We have the cut end and then we have the loop. We're going to pull that to the middle and pull it through.
Hi, Norma.
Welcome, Norma. So at this point in time, if you guys are enjoying what you see, make sure to hit that like and share button. It helps us teach others and inspire others the art of bow making. Once, I feel like, again, I don't feel like, I know, the number one question we get at Nick's Seasonal Decor is how do I make bows? Or, how can I make a beautiful bow? And I have got you covered here. All of your friends, neighbors, family members, you name it, will be jealous of your bow making skills. Might take you a little while, but you will get the hang of it, I promise. So fluff it, pull apart those loops, pull apart those tails.
Hey, Marianne. She was last week's winner. Woohoo!
Awesome, Marianne.
Hey, Anne, watching from Columbus, Georgia.
From Georgia. So to fluff, just pull apart them loops, get any of the creases out, and make it look pretty. And you can spend all day fluffing your bows. Pull apart these tails, and look at how pretty that is. What do you guys think?
This color really is beautiful.
It is, and it's been very popular for every season and holiday over the last few years. For Christmas, for fall, for spring, for summer, you name it. Teal worked in with other colors. You could work in orange. I think orange would be very pretty. Different shades of blue too, like an icy blue. But that is how you make a traditional bow. What do you think? And I see we're at 175 live viewers. Thank you, guys. Let's see if we can hit 200. All right, there is bow number 2. No, 3.
Ooh, Marianne says this was her wedding color. That's
Ooh,
beautiful.
yeah, share some pictures of your wedding. I'm sure that was beautiful with that color. All right, cut another length of wire. This time we're going to switch gears and we are going to make our wreath bow. So we're going to take our wire, cut a length of it long enough to go around the grapevine, tuck those wires underneath, and for this bow, we're going to go with this. This is our crystal shine ribbon. So it's an icy, well, it's not icy, but it's a very dainty glitter. And it has a nice sparkle to it. So it's just a white ribbon with a little bit of shimmer. So I think this is going to look very pretty with the flowers I have picked up for you all today. So we're going to cut a length for our tails. And then what kind of bow would you like to see, Alex?
Let's do, what do you think? A funky bow?
Let's try a different bow technique then. Let's try this. We're going to take our ribbon, place it in backwards, and we're going to do 3 loops on either side that are about yay big, so about 5.5, 6 inches across. Oh, there's the Patriotic bow. It wants to take over the show. So big loops. And as you can see, I'm not measuring them. It's not going to make a huge difference if we're slightly off. 2 more on either side. All right, so we're going to do 3 that are about 5.5, 6 inches across. There we go, right? So now we have our 3. We're going to come back in with however much ribbon we have left and see what we can do with this. We're going to do 2 loops on either side now that are slightly smaller. So these loops are going to be about 3 inches. We're going to do 2 of those on either side. And as you can see, they are not perfect. Don't be too concerned about that. That comes from a place of love, you guys, because I was exactly where you were a while back, right? Everybody starts in the same way, which is going crazy over measurements. You don't have to. It's going to turn out beautiful. We don't want the red in this. Let's remove that little fuzzy. Man, that ribbon really just wants to take over, huh? Now we're we're going to do our final bow. So I'm going to take 1 second. I want you guys to comment. I'm going to be able to see how quickly you can comment this. What is our final loop known as? Alex is probably
Ooh,
jumping
I
to tell us.
know.
So Alex, hold it in, hold it in. I want everybody else to guess what that final little loop is. About 1.5 inches, doesn't have to be big at all. It's just to cover our wire, and Alex will be able to see who gets that right. Now, we're going to take those wires, bring them to the back, and tie it. We're going to want to tie it 3 times again as well. We want to make sure that this bow is put together strongly and it's not going to fall apart, because the bow is such a showstopper on your wreaths, your swags, your designs. It would be a true shame to have it fall off. Let's see. Anybody know what that loop is?
Ooh, you guys got it. Button loop. You're
That's right.
correct.
Button loop it is. So now I thought we would mix it up for Bowdabra tonight and create that star ribbon again. Look at it. It's just taken over. We would design on a flocked grapevine wreath. So this is a, not flocked, on a spray painted grapevine wreath. So I spray painted this white, and I thought it would look really pretty with the colors we're going to work in tonight. So clearly we're going to use white, a white bow on a white grapevine, and then we have some really pretty kind of peachy, blush colored flowers. So I tied the bow in place. Now it's time to fluff. So this is what the bow looks like pre-fluff, and watch how it transforms. Yes, look at you guys got it right. Button bow to hide the wire. That's right. You guys have been paying attention. You guys should have saw Alex trying to hold it in.
I was excited. I knew the answer to that one.
She knew. That's one. That's one that she knew the answer to. And look at how pretty this bow is. Pull our tails down.
Don't forget, guys, you still have a few more minutes to be entered to win a free roll of scrunchy ribbons. So if you haven't commented already, drop a comment.
Yes. Look at how pretty that bow turned out.
So
Isn't that pretty? So show some hearts if you guys like that technique. I think it's very, very pretty, especially with the white on the white like that. It just, I think this wreath actually, for anybody that has a wedding coming up soon, or knows anybody that has a wedding coming up soon, I think this would be a very pretty wedding wreath. So now let's work in some flowers. We have this really pretty bouquet, and we're going to snip it down. I think that color combo looks really pretty. So this is a rose bouquet, and all we're going to do is just snip off each flower, or each stem, I should say. Pull up those leaves. We want to keep every single leaf as much as possible. We don't want to throw them out. So pull those leaves up. And let's work in this spray or bush. What do you guys think so far? 2 flowers left. Man, this was a really full bush. All right, so now we're going to dip these in our hot glue skillet and start working them in. And I'm going to keep them nice and close. I think that'll look really pretty. What do you think, Alex?
I think so too.
We don't need to have them sticking out too far away.
Yes, Nancy, me too. She loves the color of those rosebuds.
Isn't it pretty? So we'll start with one side, work some roses in. And I love that these flowers have some baby's breath to them too. See the little baby's breath?
I
I
love
think it looks
baby's
perfect
breath.
for weddings, and the nice, white bow with the white grapevine. I think it matches perfectly. So I'll place them up top, kind of going in opposite directions now. So we create essentially like a boomerang. Doesn't this kind of look like a boomerang once we're all finished?
Yes.
Lift up your bow and just continue filling in. What do you guys think? Do you guys think you could do this? And if any of you guys say no, you're wrong. You are wrong. Everyone can do this.
I know you can.
Okay, a couple more roses left. I'm gonna stick them underneath the bow now. I think it'll look pretty having them all the way around. 2 roses left. Let's see how it's looking. Put one there. And then this one I can either place down here, Alex, or I can place here. Where are you thinking? I'm thinking, I guess I'll let you vote.
Well, you pointed.
All right, I'll stick it there. Okay. Now,
Final reveal. Oh, he's got a fluff first.
I gotta look first. I think that looks very pretty. What do you guys think of that?
Oh, I love it on the white grapevine too.
And of course, we can adjust those tails too. I think that looks very pretty. 173 of you guys, thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Isn't that pretty?
So
So
pretty.
my next question, Alex, is should we work in a little bit more greenery, or do you think we have enough greenery on this? What do you guys think? Let me know down below if you think we should work in a little bit more greenery, or if you think we have enough that's already on these, rosebuds. But that is how the wreath looks. So show some hearts if you guys like that. I think that turned out pretty. A little bit more greenery. Beautiful. The colors are great. Thank you, Kay.
We have a winner, Nick. It's I think it's West Virginia Marine, and she's watching on YouTube tonight.
Awesome. And it looks like we also have a Facebook winner as well.
Oh.
So congratulations. Oh.
Okay, so I think she said West Virginia Marine watching on YouTube. Congratulations, you just won yourself a free roll of scrunchie ribbon.
Yes.
I believe you can send Bowdabra a message via YouTube tonight and just let them know which color you would like for your scrunchie ribbon. Congratulations.
Yes, let's all congratulate her on a free roll of ribbon. And don't forget, every Monday, Bowdabra is live, whether it's, from a variety of different hosts. And we will be live here on Bowdabra in a few weeks. So we will be live the last 2 Mondays of April. So now let's try something even differenter, if that's a word. We're going to take our tails, see, have about a 6-inch tail. We're going to create one loop. And then work in another tail. And I'm just playing around at this point, you guys. So we're going to work in kind of half the amount of tails that we typically do. So again, another loop.
And the winner just PM Bowdabra on Facebook.
Oh, okay, on Facebook. Yes, congratulations.
So this is going to have like half the amount of tails than we typically do. So here is going to be our final piece. And that is going to do it. So this one has 6 loops and 4 tails. Let's see how this looks. And I've really been a huge fan of informal bows lately, so don't be afraid of mixing it up. It doesn't have to be that perfect traditional or perfect funky bow. I prefer in a lot of my designs to have bows that just might have a loop or two or a tail or two and not really have the whole charade. It doesn't have to be anything crazy to have a beautiful outcome, especially when you're surrounding it with beautiful flowers and beautiful ribbon, or beautiful greenery and beautiful ribbon. So let's dovetail these tails real quick. Fluff it open.
I'm really loving the 7/8 ribbon recently.
Me too. Look at how cool that is. So less tails. So I know a lot of people say that my bows look spidery sometimes. So this one has less tails, and I think that created a really cool effect. What do you think, Alex? Do you like that?
Oh, me too. I think so too.
So show some hearts if you guys like our final bow here on Bowdabra. Looks very nice. I'm from Virginia. Keep up the bows. I have a hard time making bows. Patricia, we will get you there. So thank you all so very much for watching tonight. We will have pictures of all of these bows sent over to Bowdabra, and you'll see them trickled in throughout their Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram posts. So thank you, Sandy, for having us as a guest.
Thank
Congratulations
you,
once again.
Nick.
I'm sorry?
I said thank you.
So thank you guys, and we will see you the last 2 Mondays of April. And Sandy will be the host next Monday. So once again, thank you guys. You can find your Bowdabras, wires, and ribbon from nicksseasonaldecor.com, and have a great evening and a great week. And I'll see you next month, April already. So
I know.
thank you guys. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Happy
Bye.
Easter.
Happy Easter as well.